all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and happy Monday to you. This is the All You Need to Know podcast from Bloomberg Quint, and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 27th of April. The coronavirus pandemic has now infected close to 27,000 people in India, despite the ongoing lockdown. There were 1,975 fresh cases of COVID-19 yesterday, taking the total tally to 26,917, according to the Health Ministry's update as of 5 p.m. This includes 826 deaths and just over 5,900 patients who have recovered. With Maharashtra proving to be where most of the cases are emerging, there's talk of an extension of the ongoing lockdown in some areas. PTI has reported that the Maharashtra government may extend the lockdown in the coronavirus-hit urban areas of the state beyond the 3rd of May. The government is closely monitoring the situation in areas outside the cities of Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Nagpur, Aurangabad and Amravati. Globally, nearly 3 million people have tested positive for COVID-19 and over 2 lakh people have now died because of the disease. But there's a little good news. Deaths on account of the virus have slowed the most in more than a month in Spain, Italy and France, while fatalities reported in the UK and New York were the lowest since the end of March. In India, a group of tax officers has suggested several steps to shore up the government revenue in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. These include a hike in the so-called super rich tax, a COVID-19 cess, and higher tax on multinational companies operating in India. Now, the tax department has said that these officers would be reprimanded and, in fact, sanctioned because they weren't asked for their inputs. In other news, the Indian government has effected a major bureaucratic reshuffle yesterday by appointing Tarun Bajaj as the Economic Affairs Secretary and extending Health Secretary Preeti Sudan's term by 3 months. Besides, Rajesh Verma, who is currently the Special Secretary at the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers' Welfare, has been appointed as Secretary of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. For the entire list of changes, do look up the story on the website bloombergquint.com. In corporate news, Reliance Industries has started testing its online shopping portal 3 days after Facebook said it will invest $5.7 billion in digital assets controlled by Mukesh Ambani. JioMart, which is an e-commerce venture of Reliance Retail, went live in 3 neighborhoods surrounding Mumbai, leveraging the deal that gives it access to WhatsApp's 400 million users in India. In international news, there's speculation about Kim Jong-un's health over the weekend after unverified reports about a visit by a Chinese medical team and movements of the North Korean leader's armored train. China sent a team including doctors and senior diplomats to advise its neighbor and long-term ally, according to a Reuters report that was published on Saturday, citing 3 people familiar with the matter. US officials had been told just a while back that he was in critical condition after cardiovascular surgery. The 36-year-old hasn't appeared in state media for 2 weeks and missed the April 15th birthday celebrations for his late grandfather and state founder for the first time. In some more international news, plane maker Boeing is walking away from its proposed $4.2 billion combination with Embraer SA's commercial aircraft business, ending years of talks as the two companies brace for a far smaller jetliner market after the coronavirus pandemic. In international markets, US stock futures dipped and Asian stocks opened with modest gains. The yen was steady as traders awaited the key Bank of Japan policy meeting. And with that, it's over to Agam Vakil for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Agam. How are we looking at the start of the week?
Good morning, Alex, and good morning, listeners. The SGX Nifty is trending higher by 50-odd points, which is likely to influence our opening this morning as well. For stocks and news, we start with the results. It's a steady quarter for Mindtree with 4.3% sequential growth in revenue and profits rising 4.7% in line with expectations. The company saw very little disruption from the coronavirus outbreak, with total deals signed amounting to $393 million at the end of the quarter. But it was a weak Q4 for ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, as it posted a mere 5% growth in gross premium, and profit after taxes declined 31% year on year. In terms of earnings today, we will be watching out for IndusInd Bank, Adani Power and HDFC Life Insurance. Moving on, Apollo Tyres is in focus as Warburg Pincus converts 5.4 crore convertible preference shares into 3.15 crore shares via encumbrance on April 22nd. Steel companies will also be in the spotlight, as global steel major POSCO said it expects challenges under the current environment and has trimmed its calendar year 2020 revenue and shipments outlook. Staying with the steel sector, Tata Steel Board has approved raising 5,000 crores via debt. And a heads up on Jindal Steel and Power. The new South Wales Supreme Court has scheduled a hearing today for the Wollongong coal case. The schemes of arrangement, which was to do with restructuring of $353 million debt, was terminated on April 3rd. And finally, we have Cummins India, where in a conference call, the management has suggested it believes that recovery will be only after 6 to 12 months, and the multiple segments have severely been affected by the resultant economic slowdown. Now, these are just some of the stocks that we can watch for as we move into trade today. But don't forget to go through our morning edition of All You Need to Know only on BloombergQueen.com.
Thanks, Agam. And as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day and a great week ahead.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you can listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma, or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.